Are we moving as a team, or are we splitting up to do them? I've
Let's
already
move as a
checked
team
one
for
warehouse.
Did
How many
you
warehouses
go...
were there again?
No.
There's,
One?
to the best of your knowledge, you don't know of any secret warehouses. You do know of the warehouse. You do know of at least 4 different warehouses that are housing cattle of some sort. You assume that there's probably a more select stock somewhere, but outside of the 4 public ones, no. And that goes for everybody except for Ethan, who wouldn't really know about feeding stocks.
Okay. And yeah, maybe a split up just to cover more ground.
I mean, normally I would agree with you, but he also told us to look for Strix, and I'd rather not face a Strix on my own if they are indeed here.
Yeah.
Afraid of a
Okay,
tussle,
buddy
my friend.
system.
I am very much afraid of a tussle. Tussling is not my forte. Tussling is your forte.
All right. Who wants to ride with me? I'm in a Jeep. No, fine. Nobody? Fine.
I'd
I'll drive
prefer
it
to
myself. Y'all can walk it. All right, Tin Man. You can walk it. Stick to the earth.
Kids in your fangled technology.
Yasmin, darling, would you like a ride? Your outfit's too cute to be out in the cold.
I am far too cute to be out, but I have a driver.
Ooh. All right. Meet you there. Kerem and Ethan, right? You want to ride or you got your own way?
Well, I came here with you, so I'll leave with you.
Ethan?
Fine, why not? When in Rome.
If only.
Sieg, if you're really gonna walk, it's going to take you quite a while. I think it's best that you ride with me. I'm just throwing a friendly suggestion. I have room.
I'm gonna derail it if I don't, because I'm gonna have to walk there. I don't like technology. It's
All of a sudden, all
Yeah.
the bricks come after him.
bring it. I'll fight him.
Crazy.
Damn! If only I had a horse. Man, I should have gone and Googled a horse. Where can I find a horse?
In a town of horse. Oh,
You can pretend that my car is your carriage.
Carriage. Yeah,
Yes.
take me for a noble.
And I kind of swing my arm around him. And plus, you can show me what's underneath your armor.
okay. She. Ventress is already heading to the car when she heard that. Nope.
Probably don't want to see that because, I mean, admittedly, out of game, he died, and he woke up as a vampire. He probably still looks quite dead, even more dead. Because wounds don't
Death
just
Knight.
wounds come back if you're embraced with them. They don't just go away. You return to your appearance.
Internally, I am too wounded.
Oh my gosh.
And I kind of just
Alright.
tug him, like moving forward, putting my arm like on his other arm and tugging him.
As you guys reach the bottom floor, you are rejoined by your retainer, Kerem. He was not allowed up with you. He goes, so where are we heading to now?
We are going to make a few stops in a few places. We'll be riding with Ventress again.
Fair enough, sir.
Hopefully I don't need you, but you know. You never know.
Poor guy. I already fear for his death.
Especially
He does know we're vampires, by the way.
Yeah, but still.
We will have a discussion about that later.
Yeah.
Is he Gould or is he just a person?
Well, he came with the Lore Keeper merit. Because it adds dots into either the retainer or herd when you buy library.
Mm-hmm.
So he's part of that. He is interested in occult secrets.
That doesn't answer if he's a ghoul.
Well, I did say he was human.
Yeah. That's
Ghouls are
why.
still human. I mean,
I suppose he could, but
I don't really care. I mean, I'd probably say, "Oh man, look at him. He's not cursed with undeath. What a guy."
I mean, could I have him as a ghoul? What's the requirement for that?
Ghoul is just basically retainer dots.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So if it would make more sense than keep your head off the chopping block if he was a ghoul.
Okay. We'll call him. Well, he's a ghoul then. If it makes more sense and lets me keep my head.
He nods and he opens the back door of the Jeep to allow you to get in.
And I get in.
Ethan, were you
My door
going
pops in a
with
trunk.
Ethan? Were you going with them, or were you
Yes.
going with Yasmin?
I'm going with Ventress and Kerem.
Kareem, I don't know.
All right. So, you guys are heading to which warehouse first? The one that Sigehelm visited first, or another one?
I'll say that one first. Just to get it out the way. It's the closest, right?
No, it is not the closest. There are-
The closest first.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say there are like at least two that are closer than it. Then it would be the next closest after those two, and then there's one that's on the outskirts on the far end of the city.
Outskirts of city.
Right.
Okay.
Well, Ventress, you're driving.
Yeah, closest first. Just knock it out the park. Bam, bam, and just keep going.
Is your driver following them, Yasmin,
Yes.
or? Okay.
I tell my driver to follow. The bulky Jeep up ahead.
The bulky, fabulous Jeep. Thank you very much. That thing got a hook on it.
All
So
right.
classy.
If you guys are in a position to be looking out the window, I don't think the driver would be, nor would the driver of your Jeep. If everybody else, though, could make me perception checks, if they would be looking out the window, gazing about.
I'm not gazing out the window.
Kerem is reading a book on his phone.
Nothing to do but search for enemies.
I'm staring at Sieg, wondering what he
Idiot.
looks like under there.
All right, Ethan and Sieg. As you're kind of looking out as you drive through the city, you do notice the occasional spots of yellow moving throughout the air. They're at a great enough distance that you can't really make anything else out other than two dots of yellow circles moving in a very distinct way. As in, it doesn't look like it's a plane or something. The yellow dots are too large, and it wouldn't make you definitely hear a plane if they were that low.
What are the Strix's opinions of Dump here? Are we
Far.
just one and the same?
No, actually, I believe their opinion of you would actually be even less of vampires. The reasoning for that is because it is specifically stated that they hate the humanity of the vampire. That even a Draugr is too human for them. You being much, much closer to a human.
Yeah. I'm gonna start counting out shotgun shells. Just
Do I have a concept of what the Strix are?
Is that a... I mean, if you want, you can roll an intelligence check.
Just straight intelligence? Alright.
Well, intelligence plus occult
Probably
if you have it.
occult.
Yeah.
That's not much better. No.
No. They're a boogeyman tale to you. But it is odd. Still. Nothing?
Odd, but, you know, I don't believe in them. Just vampires being scared of the dark.
I'm pretty sure Kerem would notice the counting of shotgun shells near him, though.
You're making me a little uncomfortable there, Ethan. What are you doing there?
well, it depends. Do you want one for yourself? Because given our current situation, I would recommend it.
I don't really know how to use those.
Out the window.
But Hakan here, he could probably use some.
He nods and goes, I know how to use some guns. I have some training.
I only have the one gun, but I can give you shells. I recommend you keep one behind for yourself should you need it.
He nods and you also kind of see him lift up his coat to show a rather large revolver.
Unfortunately, I've only got shotgun shells. Don't think the two are compatible. It's try, just...
I have seen some crazy gun modifications, just as an FYI. I've seen that
Bookish
possible.
engineering, here we go.
just like the chamber's like that big.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I can believe it. Yeah, at this point I'm going to point out the yellow, circling, glowing yellow eyes.
Yellow eyes? I look out the window. Where?
With Ethan pointing it out, you're able to make eye contact with it. Not eye contact, but you're able to see it.
From my research, the Strix have yellow eyes. And they're owl-like.
I'm assuming you're the brains of the operation.
You assume correctly. I like to delve into secrets that other people don't particularly like to delve into. Strix being one of them.
At least it seems for now we have a shared problem.
Apparently, if that is indeed a Strix. Is it just one?
From what you can tell, yes.
Okay. If it's just one, that'll make everybody paranoid. If they start getting more and gathering in groups, then we have a catastrophe on our hands, so they say.
It's on the other side of the river, right?
No, it is on this side of the river.
On this side. Guys, should we go take care of that or keep heading to
Not
the
unless you
warehouse?
can fly.
No, I don't got nothing that can fly. Tell the boss.
Well, yes, for now,
Send him
we'll make a
text.
note of it. We have a visual confirmation on one.
Okay, you send that message. I'm driving. She kind of speeds up a little bit. Just hurry up and get to the
Okay.
warehouse.
So I'll send a message, let them know. We see one, it's heading in such and such direction. Doesn't seem to have possessed anyone yet. It's flying.
Takes you roughly about 20 to 30 minutes to be able to get to this next location. This warehouse seems rather run down, as if it had been abandoned by the... seems to have been a coal company. Outside of its sheet metal bearing being slightly rusted, though, doesn't look like it has been disturbed tonight, to the best of your knowledge. But obviously, you would need closer inspection to be able to confirm that. You guys have just pulled up into the parking area of this area.
Can I circle around? Is there a road to get a good, like, perimeter check or no?
It's a large parking lot that goes all the way around, so you could just drive around the parking lot, yeah.
Okay. You know, fast enough just to get a good look, but also slow enough just in case, you know, anyone can catch anything on the inside moving.
Perception checks for that?
Sorry, what am I looking at?
She is doing a drive-by perimeter of the warehouse.
Okay.
If we've parked, I'm walking in. I'm just gonna walk in the front door, you know.
Yasmin, has your driver parked?
Yes. Assuming she's already parked us. I get out and I just let her know to stay and keep the car running.
All right, we got a bunch of twos there. As you kind of drive around, you don't notice anybody or anything unusual inside. You see the normal amount of movement you would expect to, knowing as you do what's inside of there. As for the outside, you don't notice anything at this moment, no. Sigehelm, you just walking straight in, you said?
Obfuscate, I'm walking in.
All right. You walk in and you are greeted by the odd combination of fresh, warm, hot blood and, unfortunately, feces and urine.
Ah, gross.
An interesting combination.
Yeah.
As
These kids and their weird tastes, I don't know.
As you move through the area, it is very much, for lack of a better phrase here, it is it's a warehouse that has almost been converted into jail cells. And in each one of these, probably like a 4-by-foot cell at most, are humans, various ages, various sizes, genders, stripped down completely, tossed into a cage and given a bucket, essentially. However, there is one distinct smell that is missing, and that is the smell of the plague that has been moving around Turkey. In essence, this is a reverse quarantine. Rather than keeping the sick people away from the healthy people are being kept away from the sick.
I just mentally think to myself, you know, these vampires, we all suck. But there's no one like breaking in, huh?
No.
Nothing out of the ordinary? Alright. Doesn't appear tampered with, so I guess I leave. Unless there's anything else going on.
Well, with your face in the crowd, nobody's taking notice of you, so no, nobody tries to stop you. The only thing of interest is the log sheet as you begin to leave.
I guess I'll take a look at it, but I don't know how well I can read. I didn't learn English until recently, or I guess Turkish.
Well, this log sheet
I probably barely speak it.
doesn't actually have a lot of words on it. It just has the word feeding, and then it has a name written next to it, has a time, and then it also seems to have another thing that says cattle feeding, marked with a time. No name on this one though. It's easy enough for you to figure out that the first feeding is which vampire fed from who and at what time, and then the other feeding log is probably the last time the kine were fed.
Bureaucracy. Okay. Well, inspection complete. No one doing illegal things. I don't have to kill anyone tonight. Yet. I return to the parking lot to relay this information to people who are still probably paranoid driving around.
About the time, you being a little bit slower because, you know, heavy armor being what it is.
I still have a speed of 7. Like, I'm not that slow.
I would say that the Jeep has looped back around by the time you get out, though. So you can go ahead and just relay that information to everybody.
Yeah. Warehouse is clear. Nothing besides the normal atrocities.
That's one down.
No
Anything
other.
in the sky?
You can still see the yellow dots. They are a bit further away. It wasn't flying in the same direction, but it is still visible. Matter of fact, if you want to give me another perception check, Kerem.
Who again?
You actually can catch it against the backdrop of a skyscraper, which does give you the silhouette of an owl in the distance.
That is most definitely a Strix. I see the little wisps of smoke. Still only one. Might still be able to deal with it. Hopefully.
Are you saying that aloud?
He's kind of mumbling to himself, but still aloud.
So that
My dog Lucky just cocks his head to the side like, this guy's a weirdo.
since Sigehelm was just relaying that information to you guys, he would be able to hear you.
I'm just gonna walk away and, you know, like, nothing but fairy tales to scare the neonates, and I'm going back to the vehicle.
So, the next location?
Next warehouse, I presume.
The next warehouse takes you back towards the towers. However, it is a considerable distance. We're talking roughly about 2 hours. So,
Oh, there's nothing closer?
roughly, yes, the whole thing is this first one was about 30 minutes in the opposite direction of the river. You're now going back towards the river 2 hours, which means that the next closest is going to be the Revenant warehouse after this one.
Okay.
Now, this warehouse. As both vehicles begin to pull up, It is very clear that there is a gathering of 3 to 4 people meandering out and about the front entrance. And as you guys pull up, they look over at the cars pulling in. You can kind of see them shrug, and they just turn away, ignoring you guys pulling in essentially after that point.
I'm gonna say this a lot.
Kindred,
Obfuscate
do
and
they
walking up to
familiar?
them.
Oh, to them?
All right. Hey, you take care of that.
Nobody else hopping out of the vehicles?
Kerem will get out. He'll go and check in on the warehouse this time.
All right, drive by perimeter check again for Ventress.
Okay.
Or that's not. Okay.
You can do that. Ethan's just going to be chilling in the car with you. Yasmin.
I roll the windows down and begin to file my nails.
Ethan?
I might actually kind of lower the window and actually sort of ride shotgun out, not with the actual shotgun, but actually sort of lean out the window properly, get a proper sort of scope on the place.
All right. Now, unfortunately, Sieg, with Kerem right beside you, they're not looking directly at you because obfuscate still works, but they are looking in your direction now.
Wait, I thought they were separate from the warehouse.
No, I said they were right out front of the warehouse.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they had a group over here and the warehouse over there.
No, I said they were in front of the warehouse.
Oh, then I will also use obfuscate.
See,
Everyone.
obfuscate here is weird because technically you're not in a crowd, and it doesn't state that they don't completely not notice you. They just can't remember details about you.
Oh, well then.
Yeah,
You know what?
it's a weird situation.
You know what? Then yeah, no obfuscate. I'm just gonna walk right up. And they're just hanging out in front.
Yeah, you smell human. You smell the plague.
Ooh.
And they kind of look at you very, very warily, and they're like, who the hell are you, and do you own this place? What the hell's going on here?
I could ask you the same question. Where the hell are you doing here?
I think we're asking the better question. There's like people locked up in there. What the hell's going on? Just unfortunately, our phone batteries are dead. Otherwise, we'd be calling the cops right now. Can we borrow your phone?
Certainly. It's how many of them are there?
There's 3.
3.
I thought there were 4.
3 or 4. Fine, we'll go with 4. We'll up the challenge rating just for you.
This is a masquerade breach, isn't it?
If it gets out, yeah, it would definitely, or not necessarily a masquerade breach, because there are ways to smooth this over, but this is problematic.
Well, I don't
car
know
made it
those
back
ways
around
to
yet.
smooth it. So I'll wait for a moment to let oh god, what's his Kerem? I'll wait and see if he does anything. If not, well, I have to make sure they forget permanently.
Let's see. Well, Kerem will say, yeah, I have my phone here, but the signal is not very good.
I mean, it's still worth a shot, and he kind of, extends his hand out to you, asking for the phone.
All right, well, let's go this way. See if I can get a better signal as I hold it up.
It's like, come on, man, just dial the emergency contact number. We got to get these people out here. Some of them look really, really bad. They don't have any clothes. I don't know how long they've been out here.
Well, tell you what. Here's what I'll do.
Dude, we don't have time.
I'll call. You guys get in there and try and free him.
Come on, dude. You can see they're all kind of getting a little frustrated, and they're just like, and you don't think we tried to break those bars down? I mean, that was the first thing we attempted. God, why are we why the hell did we not charge our phone? And one of them just goes, dude, we didn't know this was gonna happen. You can't, like, expect this type of stuff to happen.
Wait, so none of you have phones charged?
The two others go. The other two kind of look down and go, our phones are charged. They're at home.
So, your phone's at home, your phone's at home, your phone's dead, and your phone's dead.
The guy that was making that kind of goes, I'm sorry, I'm just the poor guy. He shakes
You
his...
don't have a phone.
You can see him look away, kind of ashamed. He goes, yeah, if you're gonna poor shame me, then yeah, I just don't have a phone.
Ah, well. Suddenly some good news. Sigehelm.
I'm gonna plug my headset in first.
Wait.
And Hakan. Hakan.
Hakan nods.
Alright, well, swing.
As soon as you swing, obviously the one you're swinging at is going to apply his defense. His defense is 4.
Okay, so that means I need to make a roll at a penalty of -4. Alright. That's not as many dice as I would like.
What?
5 lethal damage on a poor human. You cut into this guy really deeply across the chest, and he just begins to scream at the top of his lungs bloody murder as the other 3 begin to scream and start running. Ethan, I do have to ask, you've just seen this metal-clad vampire just hack at this poor random dude. I do have to ask here. You're just doing that? Okay. He's averting his eyes.
So,
I have 8 integrity. I'm like the good guy for once. I'm never the good guy.
so are we like in initiative, or do I just go again? Because my next action's going to frenzy.
They've started running. They're not interested in fighting at all. So okay, it'd be less initiative, and it would be more chase.
Okay. Well, I'm using Stir the Beast to go into frenzy with the goal of kill all 3 of them.
4.
And I presume one of them's not running away right now.
No, that is true.
Kill the other 3.
He is bleeding out.
In addition, I'm using Beast's power to shackles aren't real, so I add my blood potency to my defense, health, and speed for the duration of the frenzy. So my speed is effectively...
They're gone.
My speed is effectively 12, if I can do math correctly. In addition, because I'm in frenzy, I would add my blood potency to my strength roll, so I'd get another 5 dice on it. Do you want me to roll, or...?
So all of a sudden, you just see this tin can. I'm just gonna say tin can. All of a sudden, you just start hearing this this snarling sound emanating from the helmet as he begins to book after these people, almost on all fours, his blade kind of, behind him as he gets ready to cut down another one of them. Go ahead and give me your next attack roll, just because I want to see the stupidity.
They get their defense, right?
I would assume if they're running away, they wouldn't really.
Yeah, no, they're just straight trying to run.
Oh,
They
perfect.
ain't looking at you. They just. Oh.
The next guy, you just see Sigehelm split literally down the center.
Oh. Man. I don't want an image of that. That sounds so cool.
Top to bottom or side to side?
Top to bottom.
Just like,
So, for a second, the body
flower.
doesn't realize it's dead, so it takes a couple of steps, but the steps aren't in unison, so the body starts to go like, it's actually like this before it falls.
Awesome.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Yasmin, you've been rather quiet.
Still filing nails.
I'm a talker. I'm gonna let you guys have.
Could have
all
used
the
that
fun.
talking earlier.
Well, you're just swinging along, so.
Wait, what's she doing?
She's filing her nails in her limo.
Oh, okay. She was not watching.
I was not watching. I'm the getaway car.
Ethan, I have to come back to you because this is obviously somewhat traumatic.
It's not Ethan's first rodeo. So
True.
what was the name of your retainer?
Hakan.
I'm gonna turn to Hakan and ask if indicate where the revolver is.
Where it is?
If I can, yeah. Basically, if Ethan can use it.
He removes it and hands it to you. It's a rather
And when I get a moment, get out of the car.
Mhm.
Make my way over to the guy who's bleeding out, sort of kneel down beside him.
he
From a
kind
cigarette or whatever Sid he takes.
yeah, he's clutching at his chest that's almost like flayed open. And he blood spewing out of the side, or coming out of the side of his mouth. This guy's not gonna last much longer.
That's what I'm thinking, because shotgun's going to be overkill. But essentially, just take his hand. It's like, it's okay. We all go sometime, and I'm sorry that you had to go like this.
And are you going? I'm asking because you took the pistol. Are you putting him out of his misery, or are you just letting him go?
Mercy kill, yeah, mercy kill.
All right. I still feel like that, especially being at integrity 8.
I know.
I feel like that's a breaking point. So if you could give me that breaking point.
What's the check? Am I wrong on this one?
Make sure here. I'm not gonna count it as murdering a person just because it is a mercy kill, so it's not gonna be quite as harsh.
And I don't have touchstones.
That is another set of issues. But okay, breaking point modifiers. At integrity, your current rating modifier, it's resolve plus composure. You're at 8 to 10, so you get a +2 modifier. Let's see.
Of course, I'm on 6. Oh yeah, of course, mine work differently.
Yep.
I'm on 5.
Well, hold on. You would also get a modifier here of, I'd say -3.
Oh, okay. I'll re-roll that then.
Yeah, for I'm classifying it as witnessing a murder. Because, well...
Yeah.
Well, even if you don't re-roll it, if you look at... Yeah, okay, you still succeed, but...
Yeah. So you're able to keep your integrity, even though this is still extremely traumatic.
Before pulling the trigger, just ask if there's anyone that I want to sort of let them know about what happened. Basically, that he died, not that. I don't go into much detail.
Unfortunately, by that time, he's gurgling up too much blood. He can't really speak.
In that case, yeah, just to the side of the temple, pull the trigger. Sorry, it was you.
His body slumps to the ground, finally out of his misery. Sieg.
Yeah, how you doing?
You gonna eviscerate another one?
Well, that's the plan.
No witnesses.
Well, not as much this time.
That's still more than enough. 7 is the average health of a person, so yeah. Another one, you just use that sword and you punch straight through him. Leaving one left.
And there he goes.
That one, you literally run this guy through and throw his body up into the air for it to come flying back down a little bit later and splat against the pavement.
I presume at that point frenzy ends because the goal is achieved.
Yes.
Alright, well, mission accomplished, lads. We're gonna have to hide the bodies now. I'm gonna start dragging the bodies back to the warehouse.
So you're...
I'm gonna send Loki to start digging a grave. Just like,
Okay, I mean, a dog digging's gonna take hours.
well, he's starting it, alright? It didn't say he was gonna finish, he's just starting. Hey,
These
he gave him
people are
mercy kill. I was
infected
gonna
with the
send
plague, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunate. Okay.
Oh. Are we gonna have to burn him?
Ethan, wash your hands before you get back in the car.
With what?
I don't know.
I
Is there
might have something in my trunk.
I would assume somebody has some wet naps.
At this point, before getting in the truck, it's going to be a case of sort of indicating slow down and just stop.
What?
Yeah,
Stop
slowing...
digging?
I've got an idea.
Oh no.
Oh yeah,
siphon,
Fireboy,
siphon,
right?
siphon gas out. You just need a tube and basically into the petrol tank and get it flowing. Get the bodies next to the car. You drive off, and all it's going to need is a match.
We don't want to
Okay.
burn down the warehouse.
Yeah, like
Burning bodies
side
is gonna
people.
draw more attention.
That too.
We burn
And
the
then
bodies, and all
fire.
of a sudden we're gonna have more bodies on our hands. I don't know if I even heard the gunshot because I was frenzied, but
You were... You may not have made the mental connection it was a gunshot, but you would have heard it, just because vampire senses don't necessarily go away. You just probably wouldn't have recognized it as a gunshot.
maybe it was just a very loud bone cracking on the pavement, clearly.
Oh. Eek.
Ventress, don't Invictus have people that can take care of stuff like this?
Actually, yeah, especially in my
You actually...
level in
You see him...
Dynasty.
You see him start to roll up his sleeves, and he goes, "Do you guys have a shovel? Or am I gonna have to do this with my bare hands?"
I got a shovel. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna help him out too.
He goes, "No, you guys go about your business. I'll take care of it." As he starts digging a rather large hole as he moves off to the side. It's kind of like in that strip of land in between the street and the sidewalk, because he doesn't. You guys kind of are in a parking lot. He can't really dig through concrete.
Yeah.
So he's working with what he has.
Isn't there a river really nearby?
He's like, there is the strait, roughly about 30 to 45 minutes that way.
Oh, no, my geography's gone. No.
Is it on the way to the next warehouse?
It's a little bit past that warehouse. That warehouse is like is the closest to the strait.
Let's just bury him now and take care of it a little bit later down the line. I don't want to be carrying any dead bodies in my trunk. My car's already full unless, Yasmin's gonna be riding with a couple of caskets wrapped up in a tarp.
I have the room for it.
Still do their names.
Not the
Yes.
weirdest thing that's been in my car.
Yasmin, I have your driver. What's up with your driver?
What do you mean? What is up with my driver?
Well, this is more of an out-of-game question.
Okay, what do you mean? What is up with my driver?
He's worried the amount of therapy that you're gonna have to pay for.
Does he have a good health plan?
He's on the phone right now, just rocking. It's me again.
I'm gonna need another 14 sessions.
He's ready tomorrow.
This is why I don't bother
Oh, yeah.
learning my driver's names, because I just dispose of them. It's like,
Good
this
to
one's
know.
gone- this
So
one's
your
gone
drivers are
crazy.
disposable.
Yeah. They get
Cool.
hazard pay.
Cool.
They get hazard pay. Oh, great.
Go straight to their families.
Yes, and by therapist, I just mean I feed them off to somebody. They'll be
All
able
right,
to
so are we
serve you.
taking... We're about to roll them up and take these bodies, or are we just going to bury them here? Because we need to
He's
go.
already, Kareem's ghoul has already started digging the holes.
Okay, so we're just going to leave it back. Cool. Yeah.
I
More
will give
bodies.
him his gun back as well.
He nods and you see him actually put it in the opposite breast pocket of his coat, as if he's making a mental note that he's gonna have to do something with it. He's like, well, it's gonna take me at least a couple of hours here, so I would recommend you guys move on.
All right.
Give,
Kareem, you're going to be cool without your bodyguard?
I think I'll be all right. Sig here will be my new bodyguard. Congratulations, you're hired. well, Hakan, just call me later when you're done and ready.
Absolutely, sir. Sigehelm, are you going to join them in the Jeep, or are you going back to Yasmin's limo?
I don't know. I didn't get killed or something. I'd still rather walk, but we'll roll a d2.
Come on,
Really?
you fossil. Get in the Jeep.
Yeah, okay, we're getting in the Jeep. I don't want to frenzy again from blood, because that is a trigger. Pretty sure smelling human blood is a frenzy provocation.
So, Yasmin, this time you are alone in your limo as you take off to follow that Jeep.
Okay.
Now, you guys begin to make your way towards the next warehouse, I shouldn't say last. This warehouse, as you are making your way along, it's the warehouse that you were recently at Sigehelm earlier the night. As you get ready to turn down the kind of side street that leads off the beaten path to this warehouse, you come across a rather perplexing scene. It seems like there's roughly 10 to 15 people milling around outside, chatting with each other. There seems to be a bunch of ash and dust laying around in piles. And these individuals seem to be coated in blood. Once you get within range, you can all sense the predatory aura emanating from them. It seems like there was an incident here earlier in the night. Obviously, Ethan doesn't feel the predatory aura.
Are those the revenants?
I believe so. Hex the boss? Does he want them eliminated or put back? Because they're gonna spell trouble if they get.
Ideally, he'd want them put back, but that's more than we can put back by ourselves. How did they even get out? Is there anything, as we look at them, noticeable that looks like they may have broken themselves out, or?
No, from the distance you are, you can't really see very much. You do see that they do have blood on them, but you can't really even be sure that it's their blood. It could be somebody else's blood. You have no idea, honestly, at this distance.
Are we talking this time, or shall we get to work?
And by get to work, he means murder.
That
Look,
is.
I find murder to be a very judgmental term.
Like, would the boss be mad that we can't put them back, or mad that we just let them go, or mad that we didn't eliminate them? Those are the three things that I'm seeing right now. Where's my coin? I'm gonna flip a coin.
Yasmin, are you going to...
I'm in the car by myself, so whatever is being said in the other car, I have no idea.
Yeah, but you still see you still see the exact same thing that they're seeing.
Yeah.
Not gonna do anything? Okay.
I'm in a different car. Okay, I text Sieg. So I'm not the only one seeing this, right? Question mark. Questionable emoji sign.
Wait, what?
I just texted.
Gonna keep texting the person who doesn't know what a phone really is. Can't believe this.
I'm gonna call up the boss. I'm gonna just give him a call. Because I don't want to make a wrong move. Because I flipped the coin and I'm on the eliminate them all sign. So I'm gonna just give him a call. This is a safety measure.
You flipped the coin and you're not going with what the coin says? Then what's the point of flipping a coin?
Because knowing Ian, there's consequences.
There's always
consequences for my actions? No, I leave the vehicle. I'm walking up to them. I'm gonna figure out what happened. If they're not cooperative, they're getting cut down.
So he's out my Jeep.
Sig, wait, what are you doing?
As you ring up Lucius, he picks up after the first couple. Yes, what do you need?
Sir, I need a decision from you right now. What was the term? Revenants? Revenants are out of the...
They're out of the box.
Second work. They're out. Would you like us to eliminate them?
How many?
Or save some to put back? 15?
Only 15 are left. There were 40 in there. That leaves a missing 25. What the hell? Okay, well, even if they don't attack us, I want you guys to hit. Now I officially want you guys to head over there and butcher them.
Understood.
However, keep the revenants alive. They're useful. Just chain them back up if the chains aren't broken. If the chains are broken, then we'll commit some property damage as well, I suppose.
Understood. It will be dealt with by the night. I hang up. And I relay that to all of them, especially the tin can walking to them with the sword.
Nope, obfuscates up. You don't see my sword. I am just the average man walking in a parking lot.
In plate armor.
You hear me. You hear me. I get out my Jeep and I grab a bat just to somewhat help knock them out so we can drag them back.
Yeah,
I don't think that works against Kindred, does it?
What?
Can you knock a Kindred unconscious?
No.
It's torpor.
It's just torpor. Yeah. They eye Sieg as he walks up. They're not real. You can kind of see their eyes. They know there's a person there, but they're not like, oh, they're not like really examining your face trying to memorize it. They're like, what are you doing here?
What happened?
Some cool dudes came by, let us out. They fed us. It was cool. They told us we could do whatever we wanted. And, well, we were just kind of still trying to figure out what the hell we were gonna do.
Is this dumb?
Now the question is, do I go back and tell the rest, or do I go check on the chains immediately?
They're like, if it's all the same to you, dude, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here anyways, though. And then they actually turn to start actually disperse.
Oh no. Okay.
This game's gonna have such a high, have such a high body count. I'm realizing this already.
Well,
Kent,
I
does
was
Dominic work
told
on other vampires?
non-lethal. We're gonna try non-lethal. Well, Topor's a thing. I can go lethal.
Take their legs.
Yeah, they don't really need their legs, do they?
Nope. Now you got a goal. Take all the legs. And I'm gonna...
One of them kind of stops.
Okay, yeah, this is happening.
No, one of them kind of stops, actually, and turns around and he goes, also, what would cause a person to burst into ash after death? Out of curiosity.
Do I reply? Do I even know?
Do you even care to reply?
Do I even know what final death is? I presume I do at this point.
Yes, you would know what final death is.
I haven't found it yet, so I don't know.
Kerem, Yasmin, Ethan, y'all coming out? As I look back towards them. Think we got some business to take care of.
What do you expect me to do about it?
Get them, and we're taking them back.
There's like 15 of them.
I have a grenade.
Why do you have a grenade? Where did you get a grenade?
Don't draw.
And it's pink.
Don't draw attention. No boom booms. Silence.
I am a boom boom, okay? So I draw attention wherever I go. So you either keep me in the car and let me stay pretty, or I come out and just start blowing stuff up. Those are the two choices.
Okay.
I'm going to ignore the revenant talking to me, and I'm going to check on if the chains are still intact or not. I know
Are
they're
you
not
serious?
because metagame, but I gotta go check.
He kind,
No.
you can kind of see him make a gesture, brah, like I'm talking to you.
That sucks.
Your character seems.
He's like, he kind of looks back at the other vehicles. I mean, seriously, I'm legit curious. I've never, I've seen shows, etc. And I'm pretty sure when somebody dies, they don't just turn it into ash like that. Like, seriously, what the hell happened? Anybody?
How hurt am I going to get doing this? There's 15 of them. How hurt am I going to get?
I can blow them up.
There's going to be
You think people aren't gonna hear
pull
a
out two
grenade?
pistols.
Sigehelm.
I am so lost on what to do right now.
Sigehelm, as you walk in, you notice a few of the chains are snapped. It looks like by somebody's bare hands, while there are quite a few that are also appear to have been shot and shattered that way.
Inoperable, though, correct?
Yeah, you would need to replace them.
Well, he wants them alive, so we're gonna have to do some ingenious work here.
So,
Can I use Dominate on other vampires?
yes.
I would like to go.
You have just finished listening to this week's episode of Vampire the Requiem 2nd Edition Bloody Waters, part of the Domain Gaming's Contagion Anthology. Written and told by Wyverian. A special thanks to you, the listener. If you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. And as always, comments are welcomed. Until the next chapter, how will you satisfy that thirst? And with what?